I got my other friend today. His name's Fido. He came today to listen to me talk about this time period, yet again known in Mr. Yarborough's World History Rundown. Today I'm playing a security guard because today we're talking about the French, I repeat, the French Revolution. Now, before we can talk about the revolution, a couple of things that we have to understand first, and my buddy Fido back here is here to listen in. He just absolutely loves this French Revolution talk. First, we got to know France was divided up into three groups. Not one, but three groups. The first group is known as the First Estate. They're the clergy. They make up about 1% of France's population, but they own 10% of the land. The Second Estate made up France's second group of people. They were known as the nobles. This is your royalty. This is the people that kind of control territories. They own about 30% of the land. And again, they only make up 1% of the population. Your third and final estate made up everyone else. Where the heck is Fido getting all this food from? The third estate made up everyone else. Now, France was ruled by King Louis XVI. King Louis XVI had a problem he had to deal with, because remember, the French helped the Americans win that revolution. Well, King Louis XVI's grandfather is the one who helped the Americans win this revolution. Now remember, anytime there's war, there's always a massive amount of debt that's involved. Because of that, France has to repay this debt. So King Louis XVI has a task. He's got to figure out how to do this. Well, how does he do it? He implements taxes on the third estate. All the other people in society, he implements taxes on the third estate. That's your rich people, that's your middle class people, that's your working class people, that's your poor people. King Louis XVI calls an Estates General meeting. He calls these people where all three estates are going to come together and talk about these taxes. Well, the third estate had a plan. They said, we're going in with to talk to him about these taxes. Problem is whenever they showed up into the Estates General meeting in 1788, King Louis, the first two estates locked him out. Because of that, members of the third estate went to the tennis courts and said, you know what? We're not going to stop until a constitution's written for France. We want us a constitutional monarchy. It's called the Tennis Court Oath. On July 14th, 1789, this talk of this new constitutional monarchy gets French people so riled up that they storm the Bastille. They go to the Bastille. That's where the king keeps all of his weapons, very few prisoners. Now, there was one prisoner kept there from the Enlightenment period. His name was Voltaire, kind of an outspoken character. He wasn't there at the time, but they stormed the Bastille. They wound up taking the Bastille. After the taking of the Bastille, France drafts up what they like to call the Declaration of the Rights of Man. Problem is King Louis XVI doesn't abide by it. He doesn't listen to it. How you liking this stuff, Fido? Good deal. He doesn't like it. He doesn't listen to it. He just kind of refuses to listen to it. So in October of 1789, because of food shortages, the people of France marched to the palace in Versailles and said, Louis, you gotta leave. Get out of here. So Louis goes back home. He goes back to Paris. In 1792, King Louis XVI tries to escape Austria. There's word that there's a possibility Louis XVI may be planning to come and overthrow everything that's going on over in Versailles. So they capture him, they imprison him, they kill his wife, Marie Antoinette. There's actually a famous movie about Marie Antoinette. If you hadn't seen it yet, go see it. After the fall of Louis XVI, you got this group of people known as Jacobians. They kind of come into power and they rule. They're led by this one all-powerful figure known as Maximilien Robespierre. Robespierre takes the power, does some different things. He changes the calendar. He forces priests to marry. In his time period, he creates this group of people known as the Committee of Public Safety, in which they imprison over 300,000 people and chop off the heads of over 40,000 people. All this stuff happens during the time period of Maximilien Robespierre. Now, finally, people get fed up with it. They're done with it. After a certain amount of time, they say, you know what? They capture Maximilien Robespierre. They chop his head off. Then this new group, known as the Directory, comes into power. It's a very, very weak form of government, though. This very weak form of government comes into power and is eventually overthrown by Napoleon Bonaparte, who becomes France's first dictator. It was a pleasure talking with you today. I hope you enjoy your French Revolution rundown. We'll catch you on the flip side.